Last point and this is a short one. I want you to understand the biblical nature of all of this and the concept of boundaries. The concept of boundaries comes from the very nature of God. God defines himself as a distinct, separate being, and he is responsible for himself. He defines and takes responsibility for his personality by telling us what he thinks, what he feels, plans, allows, will not allow, likes and dislikes. If you guys remember when we did the spiritual vertigo piece, we talked about the stratified three-tier nature of common space, sacred space, restricted space, your most holy of holies. Outside space, everybody can come in. Inner space, only some other people can come in. Holy of holies, that's where God dwells. And after the fall, the only person that can come in there is the high priest, and that's only after going through a massive purification ritual. And that's only once a year because he is distinct and cannot be approached or encroached upon by just anybody at any given time. At one point in time, he meant for man to have unfettered access to him, but after man fell, now we have a boundary. When he puts Adam and Eve out the Garden of Eden and wants to protect the tree of life, he puts up an angel with a flaming sword to set a boundary. So boundaries are not unbiblical. God is a God who has boundaries, a distinct idea of who he is and who he's not. And he makes sure you knows it. He also defines himself as separate from his creation and from us. He differentiates himself from others. He tells us who he is and who he's not. For example, he says that he is love and that he is not darkness. So when you read scripture and he talks about, I'm this kind of God, I am this kind of God, do this, don't do this, I don't like this, it's setting up boundaries so you know where he is, he's everywhere, who he is and who he's not, where he begins and where I'm making some theological no-nos trying to make the statement, but you guys get the point. Mm-hmm. So, when we get together next week,